Imagine a single drop of rain falling on a polished steel helmet. It traces a path down the cold metal, joining 1,000 other drops that soak the banners of two vast armies. Today is 2025, December 2nd, but in our minds we can travel back centuries to the fields of Japan, where history was written not with ink but with the sharp edge of a sword. The story of Japan's wars is a tale of incredible speed and immense scale. A battle lasting a single day could define the next 250 years of a nation's destiny. Long before Japan was a single, unified nation, it was a patchwork of territories controlled by powerful clans. In the early Heian period, beginning in the late 8th century, the Central Imperial Court in Kyoto struggled to maintain control over its sprawling domains. To project its power and collect taxes in the distant provinces, the court began to rely on provincial nobles. These local lords were granted land and authority in exchange for military service. They became the first true warrior class, proto-samurai appearing on horseback and training, expert horsemen, archers. This new class of warriors, known as bushi, lived by a code that valued bravery, skill in combat. By the late 13th century, the samurai had firmly established their rule over Japan. Their skills had been honed in domestic conflicts, but they were about to face an unprecedented external threat. From the vast steppes of Asia came the Mongol Empire under Kublai Khan. In 1268, Kublai Khan sent envoys to Japan demanding submission. The Kamakura shogunate, proud and defiant, flatly refused. Enraged, Kublai Khan amassed a colossal invasion force. In 1274, an armada of some 900 ships sailed. It carried an estimated 40,000 soldiers. The invading army was multi-ethnic and disciplined, equipped with gunpowder bombs and powerful composite bows. The samurai, used to one-on-one duels and ritualized combat, were shocked by coordinated group tactics and impersonal methods of warfare. A sudden violent storm erupted, battering the Mongol fleet at anchor. The victory over the Mongols, while miraculous, came at a great cost. This economic strain weakened the Kamakura government, leading to its eventual collapse in 1333. What followed spiraled into Japan's most violent era, the Sengoku Jidai, or the Age of Warring States. Lasting from the mid-15th to the early 17th century, this was a 100-year-long civil war, where the country fractured into dozens of domains. The old order crumbled, and a ruthless principle took hold: Gekkokujo, the low overthrowing the high. It was an era of constant warfare, shifting alliances, and profound social upheaval. The samurai remained the elite core, supported by ashigaru with long pikes and later, firearms. Castle construction reached its zenith. Sieges became common, decided by starvation or treachery as much as by direct assault. Out of the relentless chaos of the Sengoku period, three extraordinary leaders emerged. The first was Oda Nobunaga, brutally pragmatic, embracing new technology. At Nagashino in 1575, he shielded 3,000 musketeers behind wooden palisades to break the famed Takeda cavalry. Disciplined infantry with firearms defeated legendary cavalry. Over the next decade, Nobunaga conquered nearly one-third of Japan, before a betrayal in 1582 ended his rule. Toyotomi Hideyoshi, of peasant birth, rose meteorically. A master strategist and diplomat, he unified Japan by 1590. He conducted a sword hunt and froze social classes to lock in order. But disastrous invasions of Korea drained resources and fractured his coalition. That's how the path to peace was shaped by these two formidable figures. Section 6. The Decisive Day. The Battle of Sekigahara. Toyotomi Hideyoshi's death in 1598 left a dangerous power vacuum. His only heir was a 5-year-old child, and regents split. Tokugawa Ieyasu, lord of the vast Kanto, patient, powerful. Ishida Mitsunari rallied the Western army for the Toyotomi heir. By autumn 1600, over 160,000 men converged near Sekigahara. The Western army held the high ground. The battle began with the clash of steel and the roar of matchlock fire. Heavy casualties, no decision. Mitsunari signaled to close the trap. No response. Ieyasu had negotiated in secret. Kobayakawa Hideaki betrayed Mitsunari. 15,000 men crashed into his flank. The western line broke. Rout. Section 7. The victory at Sekigahara gave Tokugawa Ieyasu absolute mastery. In 1603, he became shogun. For 2.5 centuries, strict controls, Sakoku and Sankin-kotai, kept the peace. Samurai became administrators, their blades symbolic. The world industrialized, Britain, France, the United States. In 1853, Commodore Perry arrived. Unequal treaties exposed shogunate weakness. Revere the emperor, expel the barbarians. Southern domains armed with rifles and cannon. Samurai still fought, but with modern weapons. The Civil War had entered a new age. The imperial coalition advanced. The old order faltered. The Great Peace ended in a violent reckoning. The Boshin War. Section 8. The sun rises again, forging a modern military. The Boshin War ended with the Meiji Restoration and the end of 7 centuries of military rule. Enrich the country, strengthen the army, rapid industrialization and westernization. Feudal domains and rigid classes were swept away. The samurai class was dismantled. The right to wear swords ended. In 1873, universal conscription formed a national army. The Satsuma Rebellion, last stand of the old warrior class, was crushed. Soon Japan fought the First Sino-Japanese War, gaining Taiwan and influence over Korea. In the Russo-Japanese War, Japan shocked the world by defeating a European power. Japan had arrived on the world stage as a major military force. Yes. Section 9. Conclusion. The sword in the sheath. The long and bloody history of Japan's wars is a powerful story of transformation. A unique warrior class was born. Its code shaped society for centuries. They stood against the Mongols, saved by courage and a divine wind. A century of chaos forged unifiers, culminating at Sekigahara, one day that brought 250 years of peace. During the Great Peace, the sword rested. Warriors became administrators. The Black Ships forced Japan to take up modern arms. The old world died in the Boshin War. A modern nation and empire rose. Modern warfare proved pure destruction. Japan renounced war and placed the sword back into its sheath.